everyone. So we'll continue with the unit 2, that is array, functions and string. So we have already completed the concepts, all the concepts of array. So in this video we'll discuss different concepts of functions, what are functions and different concepts related to the functions. Okay, so functions. So what exactly is a function? See, for example, if you want to write a block of code, and if you want to reuse that block of code multiple times, so you can use function. That is what you can write that code block of code that is designed for a particular task, and you can call it multiple times whenever you need that function. So all the tasks in the functions will be performed multiple times. So basically it supports reusability, means you can use the same code many times with different arguments to produce different results. So basically, a function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task. Okay, so let's see how to define and exactly write a function. So, see, it is a good practice to write the function in script tag inside the head tag, and you can call the function inside the body tag. So, it is a standard practice always you write the function in head tag and you call the function in body tag. But you can also do one thing, you can also write the function in body tag also and call the function inside the body tag. But what we'll do, we'll follow the standard practice, that is, we'll write the function inside a head tag and we will call the function inside the body tag. Okay. Now let's see how to, what is the syntax for writing a function. So first you have to use function keyword. So function, then you can give any name to your function. Then in circular brackets, you can give as many arguments as you want. That is arg1, arg2, n number of arguments you can give over there. Then open the curly bracket and whatever code you have to write in the function, you can write that code and then close the curly bracket. So the functions can be written in two ways. You can write the function with argument or you can write the function without argument also. Okay. So this is what the function is. And there are two ways of writing it, function with arguments and function without arguments. Okay, let's see what exactly is function without argument with the help of example. Function without arguments means while declaring a function, you don't pass any argument to a function. So let's see the code over here one by one, step by step. So first is पहला है HTML tag, then is your head tag. Inside the head tag is the title tag. Title may we have given the title as functions and then close the title tag. Now open, I told you that we are going to write the function inside the head tag. So after title tag, open the script tag and inside the script tag, we'll write the function. So function, here the function name is increase salary. You can give any name to your function as you want. So function name is increase salary. Then open the curly bracket. Now write the definition of the function. So here we have declared one variable where salary is equal to uh, 5 lakhs into 1.25. So alert, again alert we have displayed. Alert, your new salary is whatever value you get will be stored in salary variable. So we have written your salary is plus salary. Plus salary will give the exact value of your salary, exact value that is stored in the salary variable. Okay. Then once the definition of the function is done, close the curly bracket, then close the script tag and close the head tag. Now already you have written the function, only you have not called the function. Function calling part will be done in the body tag. Okay. So now open the body tag, then open the script tag. Since this is function without argument, you will directly call the function over here. So write the name of the function, that is increase salary, and open and close bracket and give a semicolon. This is the syntax for calling a function. So increase salary, that is function name, curly open and close the circular brackets and semicolon. This is what you are calling a function. Okay, then close the script tag, close the body tag, and close the HTML tag. So once you call a function from a body tag, function will be called, and whatever. alert is displayed, you will get it as an output. So in alert, you will get your new salary is 6,25,000. Okay. So the value of salary variable will be displayed over here. Okay. So this is function without argument. So here we are not passing any argument to a function. So in next slide, we'll see function with argument. Okay, so this is what calling function with argument. We'll see here with the help of example. What is function with arguments? Okay, so open your HTML tag, then open the head tag, open title tag. Inside the title tag, you will get the title as functions and close the title tag. Now, as I said, we are going to write a function inside the head tag. So open script tag over here, then function keyword, then function name is increase salary, then open your circular bracket. Here we are passing two arguments to our function, that is old salary comma per increase, percentage increase per increase. So these are your two arguments you have passed. Then close the circular bracket. Then open the curly bracket of your function. Then write var new salary is equal to old salary into 1 plus percent increase divided by 100. This is the formula for new salary. Then on the next line, you will write an alert. Your new salary is then plus your new salary. So here alert I have written it on the same line. You don't write it on the same line. By mistake I have done it. After your var salary variable is declared and the formula you have written as old salary into 1 plus per increase divided by 100, then close both the circular bracket, then press enter and write alert on your new line. So what is your alert? Alert is whatever text you want to display, you are going to write it in alert box. So your new salary is plus the value of your new salary. Okay. So this is the formula. So here we have two arguments, old salary and per increase, whose value we are going to give when we are going to call the function. Okay, so then close the script tag, close the head tag. Now open the body tag. Inside body tag, we are going to call the function. So var salary is equal to, so here we are taking the salary from the salary as an input from the user. So we are going to use prompt enter old salary. So whatever old salary you want to give, you can write it over here. Okay. Then var increase, you also want per increase, right? So you are taking it as an input from the user. So we have used what? Prompt enter increase as percentage. So percentage, whatever percentage is increased, we are going to take it from the user. Okay, then call the increase salary function. And as we said that there were two arguments, old salary and per increase, we are taking it as a prompt from user. So pass the both the arguments over here, that is salary variable and increase variable, pass it over here, then close the script tag, close body and close HTML. Now we'll see exactly the output. So first using prompt, we have entered the old salary. So first prompt is asking the question as enter old salary. We have entered old salary as 100. Then next is user will ask for the percentage increase. So enter salary increase as percentage. So salary per increase we have given as 5. Okay. So what is the formula over here? We'll see the formula again. So formula is old salary. Old salary is how much? 100 into 1 plus per increase is 5. So 5 divided by 100. Okay. So your new salary will be 105. Okay. So this is what function with arguments, where we are passing arguments inside the function, which we are taking as a using prompt, we are taking that them from the user. Okay. We'll move on to the next slide now. Okay, next is scope of variable. Okay, scope is basically a block or area of a program in which particular area is accessible. See here, basically there are two variables in scope of variable, that is local variable and global variable. We'll see what is local variable first. Okay, so if we define any of the variable inside the function, then that variable is local to that function. That is, that variable will be accessible only inside the function, not it will not be accessible outside that particular function. This is called as local variable. And global variable means the we are declaring the variable outside the function, so that variable will be accessible throughout. As many as functions we write, the variable will be accessible inside all the functions. But if we declare a variable inside any particular function, that variable is a local variable and it will be accessible only inside that function. But if we write the variable outside the function, it will be accessible by all the functions. Okay, so all the functions can use that variable. Okay, now let's see what is local variable with the help of example. Okay, first doc type HTML tag, then HTML, then your head tag, then the script tag, then here the function, then function name is a. Okay, open the curly bracket of the function. So where a is equal to 100, then in comment we have written that local variable. So this where a is equal to 100 is declared inside function a. So it is a local variable since it is declared inside the function and it is accessible only within the function a. So where a is equal to 100. Then document.get element by id, then id1, id1 dot inner html is equal to, this method is same as writing your document dot write method. If we want to display anything on the screen, we can use get element by id method also instead of document dot write method. Okay, so this is similar to document dot write method. So what we are displaying, from function a, then a is equal to, we want the value of variable a, so we have written what, plus a. So it will be displaying from function a is equal to 100. So since this variable is written inside that function, it is accessible within the function and we'll get the output. Okay, then close the function a. Then next function is function b. So function variable keyword and function name is b. So open and close bracket. Then open the curly bracket. Then document.get element by id. id2 is given because id2 we are using for function b and id1 we are using for function a. So here id2 dot inner html is equal to, this is same as writing document dot write method. Okay, so is equal to, in the now we are displaying something inside this function. So from function b, a is equal to plus a. Now we are using this variable, that is variable a, inside function b. So are we going to get the output that is displayed inside the function b? No, we are not going to get any output after calling the function b, because the variable a is a local variable and it is declared inside function a. So it is not accessible inside function b. So whatever we have written in the function b is not going to execute. Then close the function b, close script tag, then close head tag, open body tag. Here we are going to call the function. Then p, id, as we said, id is equal to id1, that is of function a, and PID is equal to ID2, that is of function B. Then close script tag, then open script tag. Inside script tag, call both the function, that is function A open and close bracket, B open and close bracket. So we are calling both the function. Close script tag, close body and close. Now in HTML2, you can see only the output of function A, since because that we have variable A inside function a. So whatever we are calling that variable in function a. So it is displaying the output that from function a is equal to 100. Again in function b we are using that variable, but it is not accessible inside function b. So we are not getting any output from function B. Okay. So this is an example of local variable. Now we'll see what is global variable and example of global variable. Okay, global variable. Global variable is always declared outside the function. So any function inside that code can use that global variable. Okay, because it is accessible everywhere outside, inside your code. Okay, or any function can execute or use that variable. So doc type HTML, then open HTML tag, open head tag, open script tag, then declare a variable outside the function, that is var a is equal to 100. And in comments we have written what? Global variable. So this is our global variable a is equal to 100. Then function a. Similarly, in the previous code we have written document.getElement by ID, id1.innerHTML. This is same as writing document.write method is equal to from function a is equal to plus a. Plus a is going to give you the actual value of variable a. Now here the variable is written globally. So any function can access that variable. That is, we are going to get the output from function a is equal to 100. So function A can access that variable. Then close the curly bracket. Then is function B. Open the curly bracket. Document.getElement by ID, id2 dot inner HTML is equal to function from function B, A is equal to plus A. Now again we want the value of variable A inside function B. Since this variable is global variable and it is written outside the function, you can use that variable anywhere in any function. So here variable is A is accessible also inside the function B. So we are going to get the output function B A is equal to 100. Okay, then close the script tag, close head tag, open body tag, then write PID is equal to ID1 for function E, close P tag, again open P tag, ID is equal to in double quotes ID2, then close the P tag. Then open script tag, call both the function A and B. So this is call to function, close script tag, close body tag and close HTML tag. Now you can see the output that we are getting the output of both the functions because variable a is accessible in both the function since it is written outside the function. Okay, so output is from function a is equal to 100, from function b a is equal to 100. Okay, I hope local and global variables are clear to you all. We'll move on to the next topic now. Okay, next topic is calling a function from HTML. Okay, now you can see in the previous examples, we were calling the function inside the body tag, inside the script tag. That is, we were calling the function from JavaScript code, right? That is inside the script tag. You can also call your function inside your HTML code also. How it is done? Because you can call the function inside HTML tags using the events. Events means events are triggered when you perform a particular action. Like for example, if you click on a submit button, some action is going to be performed, right? So for here, for example, you have a body tag, right? There are various attributes of body tag. For example, when you load a page, some event is going to occur, right? So when you load a page, some alert box is displayed, right? So this can be done using HTML, using this can be that is a function can be called using HTML code. We'll see with the help of example how it is done. Okay, so doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then open head tag. Now write the function inside head tag inside the script tag. Open script tag, then function A. In function A, you are displaying an alert saying inside the function A. Okay, then close the curly bracket of the function. close the script tag. Now open, then close the head tag. Now we are going to call a function inside HTML code, not inside your JavaScript code. So open the body tag. There is one attribute of body tag called as onload. Onload is equal to, now call your function, that is in double quotes A, and open and close bracket and close the double quotes. Now, what is going to happen when your page is loaded? Your output of your function is going to be called. So whenever your page is loaded inside the browser, as soon as you open the page inside the browser, you'll get an alert that inside the function A, that is on page on load, that function is called. Okay, so here, then close the script tag, close body tag, and close HTML tag. Now you can see the output. Try it at your home. That is, whenever you open a page on a browser that is on page on load, you are going to get an alert inside the function A. Okay, so here we have not called the function in script tag. We are going to call the function from body tag. Okay, so this is how it is done. Okay, let's see the next slide. Function calling another function. Function calling another function means you are calling one function from another function. Okay, it is also called as nested function. We can call one function from another function. Okay, let's see it with the help of example. Here in this example, what we are going to do, we are going to write two functions, function A and function B, and we are going to call function B inside function A. Okay, so let's see the code. Doc type HTML tag, then HTML tag, then head tag, then your script tag. Function keyword, then function name is A. So function A, open the curly bracket. Here we are writing what B in open and close bracket and semicolon. Then inside the comment we are writing what, calling another function. That means we are calling function B over here in function A. Okay. Then close the curly bracket. Then function name is B, open the curly bracket, and you will be get an alert in, and after in function B we are displaying an alert. What the alert says, inside function B via function A. Okay, close the double quotes, close the circular bracket and give semicolon. Then close your curly bracket, close the script tag, close head tag. Then again in body tag we are going to do what, write what, body onload attribute is equal to function A, we are calling over here on body onload. Okay, so that is we are calling the function from HTML code. So body onload is equal to double quotes में we are calling function A, open and close tag. Then close script tag, close body tag and close HTML tag. Okay, so here we are calling function B inside function A. So when your page is loaded into, when you open your page inside the browser, you will get an alert inside function B via function A. Let's see the output. So on opening your output on your on opening the page on a browser, you will get an output inside function B via function A. Okay. Let's see the next slide now. Okay, next, that is the last topic of this video, is returning a value from another function. We can return some value from a function using keyword return. So this value is either stored in this returned value from a function. A function can return a value, and a function can return a value with the help of keyword return. And this returned value is either stored in a variable or it can be directly displayed on a browser window. Let's see it with the help of example, how to return a value from a function and how to use it for displaying it. Okay. Okay, so let's see a code. First tag is doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then your head tag, then open title tag. Title is what, function demo. Close the title tag. Then open the script tag. So inside this head tag, we are writing a function keyword, then function name is my underscore fun. Okay, then open the curly bracket of the function. We are declaring one variable. Here var keyword is not written. You write the var keyword over there. Var str is equal to I am function returned value. So the value of str variable is I am function returned value. Means here we are writing it is a string type variable. Okay, then we have returned that string variable. So return str. So we have returned it over here. Then close the curly bracket. So whenever we call that function will return the value and give it as an output. So whatever is stored in str will be returned by a function. So close the script tag, close the head tag, open body tag, center, open script tag. So now what will be the first line? Document.write. The statement is before a function call. So first it will display this statement, then a break tag that is for a new line, then document.write. Here we are calling the function that is myFun. So myFun will return the value of str variable. So document.write in tag h3 we are writing plus myFun plus h3. So this will do what? This will call the function and return the value of a function. So close the script tag, close center, close body and close it. Let's see the output. So first sentence we are getting the output as what? This statement is before a function call. Then a break tag is used. So one line will be left and after that we are calling a function myFun. So myFun will return the value that is stored in str variable. So what is stored in str variable? I am function returned value. So it will be displayed. So this is how you return a value. Okay. I hope it is clear to you all. So thank you. If you have any doubts in this video, we'll discuss it in the online session. Okay. I hope all the topics of and concepts of functions are clear to you all.